I'm not sure if this is live now or if it's going to go live in 5 minutes. I scheduled it for 5 minutes from now, so I don't know what's going on. Hopefully the sound is okay. And, oh shit. Okay. Let's see here. Sorry, if you're watching the live stream recast or rebroadcast, you should be able to skip ahead through all this. So, I want you to know there's been some shady stuff going on in the collective, and it hasn't been easy to deal with or to see. A lot of truth has come out, and it's truth that I did not want to see really or to know about. There's been situations of pedophilia, of lying, of dark magic, of a lot of really ugly energy showing up in a lot of people's lives. And I've been asked to share this with you because I was about to go lay down and I felt another psychic attack. And I asked what I should do, and here we are. If you've chosen the side of love, truth, and justice, of nobility and dignity, then act like it. Stand up for what's right. Speak for those who cannot speak for themselves. The things that have been brought to my attention. You know, there's a lot of card readers on YouTube who are full of shit, as I'm sure most of you have noticed. There's quite a lot of people on the internet who aren't what they seem, and I have told you this repeatedly. There was one that I thought was trustworthy, and she posted something that is completely against any child of God, against any LGBTQ community, everything. And even I was incorrect about who she was prior to seeing that. Once I saw that and the conversation started, I knew it was God telling me, look at the people around you and the people you share your energy with. It has been made known to me that there have been, other than having me be victimized to it, pedophilia within the bloodline that I've been in. There have been people stealing, lying, breaking in and taking things. There have been multiple attempts at my life. And there are people on YouTube that are pretending to be me, as well as other card readers. They're me. And I'm telling you this because I want you to use your sight, your intuition, because you know that there are people you have been watching that are not good for you. You have been sharing your energy with people, and you have in turn received sexually transmitted demons, spiritually transmitted demons. Okay? STDs. It's not just about dis-ease. The dis-ease is there due to the presence of a harmful malintent energy. That energy is being sent to the collective through another collective, because a lot of us have been teeter-tottering between the gray and the in-between. You know, thinking that we can be dark and light at the same time, which we can and we are, but at the same time, just because we are both light and dark does not mean that we can partake within the dark while we claim to be the light. And those that are within the dark that pretend to be the light and use dark magic against them, they are being shown, they are being revealed. And I'm asking you, with the grace of God, please hear, see, and feel the words coming out of people's mouths, the way they speak, their tone, their behavior. There are so many liars on this world, and a lot of them not on this world, but projecting their hatred from somewhere else. Just because people move on to the spirit world does not mean that they are suddenly redeemed and forgiven and all holy and righteous. Some of you are getting really bad advice from spirits that are sent there as tricksters. Others of you are watching oracles and psychics and card readers that are literal demons tricking your perception of what you're looking at to see them as something beautiful or something, innocent and kind, but there isn't a single human flaw upon their faces. Be aware. You are the children of God. That means you have the sight. Practice it. Now I want you to take a deep breath. Wiggle your toes, wiggle your hands, shake that negative energy off, and intend that the truth be revealed to you. Okay? I'm here to help you see what you need to see. Ace of Cups, Two of Swords. There is some energy around you that has kept you on a state of self-improvement, on the journey of self-discovery, and so on and so forth. But you already know who you are. These people have flooded you with their emotions and their energy so that you remain in a state of perpetual self-healing, so to speak. It's basically keeping you stuck so that you don't see the love in front of you and how the cup offered to you is poison. Some of you need to be very careful of the gods you pray to. Just because you speak the word God does not mean that you are speaking to the source of all creation, the Mother, Father. 10 of Cups, 10 of Swords. Some of you have been indecisive regarding a family or a relationship that you have been a part of that's been over for a long time, and you've been sitting there caressing the skull of what's been past while your energy bleeds out and gets drained by them. There are people, for some of you, utilizing you sexually to get near, and I'm sorry to say this, but it has to be said. There are people manipulating you to get to the energy your children possess because they hold the pure light and they want that. I have witnessed this within my own family. I have been subjected to pedophilia myself when I was younger. I have been abused, and so have other people in my family, by people in my family and extended family. I'm asking you to please open your eyes. Take care of those around you. Claim the protection of the Almighty, of the Source, of the Mother of creation, the Father of creation. Get yourself out of this confusion that's been placed upon you. This water, this dirty water that's been washed upon you from filth of other people to get you stuck in a situation that has been poisoning you. What's done is done, and it's time to move forward. Some of you have been hooked through your addictions to remain in a state of perpetual self-doubt and denial regarding what you're seeing and what you know to be true. Because some of you think that just because a person holds a specific title within those around you, that they would never betray you. But they already have, and they have benefited from that betrayal, and they have taken what's yours. Do not fight fire with fire. Claim your protection, claim what's yours, call back your energy, cleanse yourself, and cut those cords to those snakes and vipers. And it's an insult to snakes and vipers to call people like this those names. But this is what they do. They infect, they confuse, they tease, like a succubus or an incubus, and they manipulate the energies within you from realms beyond your physical perception, which is why Spirit's asking you to look without your eyes, look with your heart. What feels wrong in what you're partaking in when it should feel right? The Ten of Cups should not feel trapped in between the Two of Swords and the Ten of Swords. You add Eight of Swords, which is being trapped in bondage, to the Two of Swords, and you get Ten of Swords, the end of something. Let this be the clarity you sought and the confirmation you were after, to know that someone in your life, possibly 10 people in your life, or even 11, maybe even 12 people, because there's another one here benefiting. There's another one here harnessing sexual energy. There's another one here distracting the children. There's another one here being kept in isolation and bondage while they think they have to better themselves. But what they really need to do is take off that blindfold, pick up the sword, and speak the truth. And if you think someone's giving you love, yet you're constantly crying, it's not love. They're using you and they're manipulating your empathy to get what they want out of you. I apologize to those of you that were looking for a love reading of some kind or some good messages, but I am not that kind of reader that's going to sit here and coddle you. I'm going to tell you the truth because that's my job. You have earned the right to know the truth, and there are people in your life who are lying to you. And I will pull clarifiers for each of these cards because I know our collective is large. Nine of Pentacles. This feels different from this. This feels like this was the intended goal, to keep you isolated. But at the same time, what they've done has backfired because you are protected and it's benefited you. The messages that have come to you have shown you the truth. And you have done the noble thing by not retaliating. So the advice to you is continue to improve yourself, your dignity, your valor, your honesty, and your connection to your intuition, your gut, your probiotics, your heart, your chakra system. Recognize how to take care of yourself. People do not reach the Nine of Pentacles unless they learn how to harness energy, family relationships, career, self-love, speaking the truth, assisting others, assisting those that cannot help themselves and don't even know that they need the help, sharing kindness even when it's hard, and being okay with being alone, even though all you want to do is be with somebody. These people manipulated that energy within you. Think about it this way. If a dark empath can sense your emotions, don't you think they're going to give you that to get this? Think about all the superhero movies. You think everybody with empathy is a superhero? You think everybody with a deck of cards is there to help you? Some of you have a very masculine fire sign. Whether it's male or female is irrelevant. The genitals don't mean shit in this world other than to persecute and oppress. There is someone that thinks very highly of themselves in a very egotistical, destructive way. This person, who could be born under a fire sign, Aries, Leo, or Sagittarius, but that's irrelevant because people can shapeshift and manipulate. And if you know anything about Vedic astrology, you know that the birth chart changes depending on pivotal life moments in your life. So once you get married, your birth chart goes from your D1 to the D9, so on and so forth. And once you reach a certain age, it goes from the D9 to some other D. And I'm not sure exactly what they all stand for. I am still learning. But there's someone who harnesses masculine creative force, sexual energy, to manipulate you and that which you seek. Okay, they want what's yours because they can't have it. These beings are called incubi and succubi. They have the ability to shapeshift in front of you to deceive your eyes to see something that you find sexually attractive. And once they do, they hook onto your genitals through your root, sacral, and solar plexus, and they drain you from the earthly energies. That is why Many highly intuitive people are heart-centered. They speak the truth and they use the third eye openly with a connection to their star chakra, the ones above their head. But they cannot maintain a connection to the earth plane. They cannot maintain this connection because the world around them is surrounded by entities that drain them from the lower earthly realms. It is our job as messengers of the light and truth to speak on this, to shine the light where it needs to be shown, and then we hand it to God. This person has been keeping you isolated and stealing from you. I would not be surprised if the High Priestess in reverse comes out. What else do you need to know? Queen of Pentacles. This could be someone's parents, could be an uncle and an aunt, could be a boss or a coworker, but it is now definitely a masculine and a feminine energy, regardless of gender or regardless of sexual identity. It is the energy they maintain. The masculine force takes, the feminine force manipulates to receive. That is when they're unhealthy. See? 5 of Wands, 5 of Cups. Every time you have come to the truth of the situation, these people have caused conflict and blamed you for it. And every time they've blamed you for it, wow, this is fucked up. Every time these people have blamed you for what they've done, they have caused conflict to perpetually keep you in a state of emotional imbalance and physical, financial ill health and well-being, so that they can point at you and say, look at that person. If they were loved by God, wouldn't their situation be better? While they sit there wearing a mask, lying about you and hiding. It is pure and utter manipulation. Some of you have been put through this so that you can learn how insidious this manipulation can be and how close to home it can be. Some of you are doing this to other people, and rest assured, God sees every tear and God hears every whisper. Page of Wands, Knight of Pentacles, 6 of Wands, and the Judgment card. Bottom of the deck, the Death card. Okay, this feels like it goes with this pile right here. So you have received a message that has had you putting your shields up because you have now heard the truth from this messenger. This could be what you've just heard from me or someone within the next, let me see how many stars are on here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Within the next 9 hours to possibly 9 days, but I don't think it's going to go to 9 days. I'm fairly certain this is going to be in the next 9 hours of the time you watch this video that this truth is going to be revealed to you, to your face. And you are going to be redeemed by someone coming to take care of you and help you. Victory is already yours. You are already protected, and you are already on your way towards your victory. Claim it and get those 5 wands that were used to manipulate you, to benefit you, by doing nothing but letting God take care of it. This is simply for you to know what's going on. Do not pick up that sword and fight. Pick up that sword and claim your truth. Pick up that trumpet and speak your truth. Let your story be known. Do not hide behind the shadows of lies others have spoken into your life. Speak your truth. You're already victorious in the situation if you are the one with a pure of heart that has been manipulated. Those that did the manipulating, they have something coming to them that they don't see and they can do nothing to get away from. It's already done. Judgment has already been spoken into their life by beings far more powerful than I, far more protected and far more divine, so to speak. You guys have very We all have a very small perception of what's actually going on in the world. There are forces at work that we're unaware of. What we are aware of is what we can see, think, feel, and hear, and touch. Those things we're being asked to take care of. And in that regard, these people doing these things to you, don't fight them. Do not engage, because even engaging in a verbal or written argument with these people will simply be used against you as bait. They will use every word you speak. They will use everything you say and do and every emotion you feel as a weapon against you. That's their job. Just like it's the job of the divine angels to help guide you and comfort you with every breath you take. These beings' job is to harm you with every breath you take and to steal that breath from you. Be aware of those you surround yourself with. I'm being asked to tell you, when you're around someone and your breathing gets heavy, that person is not to be around. When your hands get sweaty, when your stomach feels like it's turning upside down, when your feet cramp, when you get a scowl on your face, if you start noticing parts of your body are hurting, that's when you notice you're being attacked, okay? And that's when you put up the shield. You go into nature. You ground your feet onto the mother. You put your palms onto her. And you lay down and you rest. Be careful who you call Father God. Be careful who you call Mother Goddess. There are tricksters in the world. Some of you have seen this on TV. You know, Loki is a trickster god. Loki can shapeshift into the form of Christ or the form of Mary Magdalene or Mother Mary and pretend that, you know, it's them. All the while they're lying and stealing from you, leaving you in desperation and isolation while they're, you know, sitting there staring at you, spying on you, stealing from you, causing conflict in your life, all for financial gain. Some of these people steal your energy and go and buy themselves houses with energy that belongs to you. They live in shelters and homes, and they wear clothes that they purchased with your suffering. Some of these people have harmed your children and you don't even know. May God protect, may the true God of all protect these children. May the light of love shine within them and around them to protect them. May all evil be returned to sender. Please take care of your families, those that are worth taking care of. If people have shown you who they truly are and you still continue to turn a blind eye to them, that is your fault, and you will be shown repeatedly how much more damage they can do to your life. I was told once, never let somebody show you their true colors twice. And I'm telling you that now, and I will only say it once. It's time to look at things from a different perspective. The light is not the light when you think it's the light and you run into it and then you get blinded by it. The dark is not the dark when you run into it and suddenly you find peace and comfort in the arms of angels that have been waiting for you to face your fear. Some of you have been mistaken angels when they were demons, and it's time to start over. Some of you have been mistaking demons for angels, and so on and so forth. It's time to really see where you stand. It's time to see where you stand. What side are you on? If you're on the side of light and truth and love, why are you partaking in dark acts like gossips and rumors and speaking ill of others, or even thinking ill of others? If you're not on a platform to broadcast the truth, you should not be speaking ill of others. What I'm doing here is revealing to you what has been going on in your life that you're unaware of, because I have been going through it myself as well. It's time to see where you've stood and who has been by your side protecting you and who has been by your side pushing you off that cliff, step by step. What else do they need to know? The Ace of Wands, the Nine of Swords. Someone has been utilizing dark energies of destruction, possibly dark magicians, dark witches, and I don't say the word witch in a bad way. Witches were originally guardians of the earth in the ancient wisdom. These people thrive off death and destruction. Okay? They are not of earth, they are not pagan, they are not religious in any way, though they could be fanatical religious people. They are people who collect trophies of suffering and find pleasure in it. It's like they get off on watching you cry. They get off on watching you bleed and hurt. It gives them power. Please be careful. They have kept you waiting for something that belonged to you. Possibly since childhood, because there's dolphins in here, and now this child in the background has grown up into a woman or a man, depend whatever you identify as. And that other cup has been sitting there empty because these people have been manipulating the person you were supposed to be with to keep you isolated and alone. This person could have red hair. It could be someone with reddish tone. It could be someone who really likes blades. Someone who has an affinity with, like, I mean, look at this. What does this mean to you? If I told you that this person that looks like this is manipulating you and lying to you, who would you think it is? Now really ask your intuition. Why would you think it's that person if it's not that person? What is in your subconscious that has you believing it's that person? Queen of Swords, Knight of Swords. Truth is being spoken, and those that do not want to hear this truth or this truth to be shared will most likely do some kind of retaliating. So let that be your sign. Notice who comes into your life within the next 9 hours that seems highly defensive, highly excusive, highly love bombing kind of way, like they shower you with gifts and things and they pretend everything's okay. Someone in your family environment, someone you share a home with, someone you trust is trying to burn your place down. Metaphorically, I hope. I'm so sorry that the children of light and dark are going through this, because even the darkness is not bad. What is unacceptable is malintent and evil. The darkness is not evil, neither is the light, but both can be used, just like a butter knife can be used to cut butter or someone. Be careful, be careful, be careful. This isn't something that saging or, lighting a candle will take care of. This is something where you have to center yourself within your heart space and find the God within. Oh, that's the Page of Pentacles. That's the Knight of Pentacles. My apologies. So now we have the Page and the Knight of Pentacles. So someone is really on their way to support you. They are bringing something to you, but they have been held back from being able to give that to you due to the manipulation of these beings. But now that manipulation is over, and you are being given the power again. What's owed to you will come to you. Claim it. And walk away from these people. Some of you are pregnant and you're with someone who's been really abusive to you. Some of you are pregnant and you're the abusive one and you don't want that child. Give it up for adoption if you don't want it. Do not raise a child if you do not want it, because that child will know. Walk away from false love. Walk away from those things that you thought were meant for you, because there is more meant for you than you can imagine. There is a full moon here, and it's the only full moon I've noticed. This one is a crescent. So the truth wasn't being revealed to you there, but now it is being revealed to you, and you see it clearly, and walking away might not be easy, but you can do it. Because the version of you and the child and children you are supposed to help and raise, maybe even just by writing something, saying something, or being at a grocery store and smiling at a kid. something about children and you walking away from abuse. Even if you have to do it alone, there are resources out there for people who have been in abusive relationships and domestic violence, people who have been abused and raped, that have pregnancies coming from a person who raped them. You don't have to take the life of that child. You can give that child to someone who cannot have children. But take care of yourself and get away from the abuse. Hi, Lauren, my dear. If you would like a personal reading, email me at Eve of Sophia, okay? It's EVE. Hold on, let me write it for you. That's the email. You can email me there and we'll talk from there, okay? I don't do them here because YouTube doesn't let me get any, it doesn't let you guys do any like super chats or anything because I don't have 1,000 subscribers yet. And it doesn't let me do any kind of specific thing in that regard. And when I do these live readings, they're for the collective. So I can't like put the collective aside to do a personal reading on here, but I can absolutely help you. So email me and we will set up a live one-on-one between me and you, okay? And thank you for reaching out. And if you're going through something, I hope it works out for you for your highest and greatest good. Queen of Cups and the Magician. Okay, before I go into that one, let me see here. Is this Magician doing ill or goodness? The Hermit. Okay, is this Queen of Cups doing ill or benefit? King of Cups in reverse, Five of Swords. Okay, there is someone in your environment who has a platform on a social media outlet because the Magician broadcasts. Broadcasting means to go across the entire world. Doesn't matter if one person views it or 1,000 people or 1,000,000 people or 1,000,000,000. A Magician card shows someone doing something for the public. There's someone possibly utilizing a very feminine energy of false sincerity that has been utilizing the energies you've shared with them to keep you apart from your counterpart. Now, if you're the Queen of Cups and the Magician, then you have been attempting to manifest someone who will only end up betraying you because they're a covert narcissist. King of Cups in reverse, Five of Swords upright, the Hermit. A cold, harsh, traitorous person that hides it and keeps it within themselves. You know who this is better than I do, so be careful. Doesn't have to be someone with a penis or a vagina. It's irrelevant. It is someone who uses emotional energy to manipulate what others, how do I put this? Look at this. It is someone who would harm themselves just to get something out of the others. Someone who plays the victim to get you to support them. Someone who self-harms in hopes of transformation into something better. But what they're doing is showing you how little love for themselves they have. They do not use true power with the wands. They do not use truth with the sword. They do not use anything in the physical to bring to you prosperity, nor do they use anything with the cups to bring to you emotional fulfillment. They use their own blood with a serpent that poisons the blood to grow things that will poison others. This person could have connections to ancient Egypt, or they could have dark hair. Does not feel masculine or feminine. It feels very androgynous in a way because it's an entity, it's not a person. It's an entity in the guise of a person. What else do they need to know? The Lovers and then the Three of Swords. These people have utilized very ancient dark magic against you. Notice this Lover's card is distorted. There is no male, there is no female, there is no energetic balance. It is three women, almost like the mother maiden crone, but distorted because there is a massive hydra that is destroying the kingdom of heaven and earth by spilling their own blood in ways that they can't die from it, but they can cover the earth with that filth that was within them. Some of you could be in a relationship with someone that does this and they pretend that they need you every time you try to leave, that they're a god, goddess worshiping person, but really they're just a snake keeping what's yours from you while you sit there alone and naked praying for better. But what they're doing is constantly taking and shitting on what you have while they shed new skin and steal your honey. Failure, waiting for success, waiting to reap a harvest, and all you keep getting is thorns and roots and weeds. You know something has been going on. Look at the look in her face. You know something's going on. Trust yourself. Don't get paranoid. Don't get delusional, and do not accuse. If you know who this is, simply walk away and cut the cords. If you don't know who this is, you will know who this is within the next 9 hours. And I say that because this came out with this earlier. 9 sparks, and then the trumpet of truth being blown. You will see the truth. Ace of Pentacles. My loves, you are protected. You are divinely guided, guarded. Nothing forged in spirit, matter, or anywhere else shall ever prosper if it is meant to harm you. Nothing. No, nothing and nothing can prosper if it was intended to harm you. God of all things, the true source of all creation, is protecting you, and they are going to give you an offer within the next 9 to 12 hours that will bring you into a new life, but you must take that opportunity presented to you. It might not look like much when it comes to you, but the messages you get from within you will lead you towards where you need to be. It might be something as simple as going to the grocery store and you run into somebody there that offers you to, a new job or a coffee date or something, or you find a piece of paper that says God loves you on it on the floor. You might find a penny and that would be your sign. Notice your environment. Throughout this big, huge tree, there's a teeny weeny little pentacle there that's been growing over with moss, waiting for you to notice it. And in the background is a palace of crystals, purity, and truth. Notice this in your life in the next, I want to say 9 to 12 hours, but it could be for some of you 24 hours, depending on when you watch this. Because some of you could watch it at midnight and then the energy shows up the next day after you slept for 8 hours. So it'll all depend on how it plays out for you. But it is time sensitive. Even though time is an illusion and it's fluid, we function on a moment by moment basis. And this is a moment in your life where you cannot confuse this blessing coming to you. It's unmistakable. Just like it's unmistakable who has been trying to burn your prosperity and stability down. You will notice it. What else do they need to know? Seven of Cups, Two of Pentacles. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Justice. Justice, justice, justice. Now look at this. That Hydra is being fed to itself. God is working with you. Archangel Michael is working with you. Gabriel, God is my strength, is working with you. Call upon your guides, your ancestors, your angels, those that guard you and protect you. Ask them for strength to go through what you need to go through for your highest and greatest good with harm to none. There are illusions that have been cast upon your life and enemies that have been put in your path that were never really there, and some that were there. And you now will see the truth, and it will give you the strength to stand your ground and to take what you need to take with you and walk away from this mess. These people do not have the best intentions for you. Notice this snake that was also here and here. And there was one more where it was around that tree. Where did that go? Why are you hiding from me? That's not it. That's not it. That's not it. How very strange. Anyway, I think it was the Five of Pentacles. I'm not really sure where it went. But that snake that was taking what was yours is now being fed itself to itself because you are divinely protected. My goodness. And I'm stopping this spread here because of this. Nothing more needs to be said regarding this situation. Now you know, and now you know. And because you know, you will be guided to take the next steps properly. But first, you had to see what was really going on. Maybe this entire video was just confirmation for you. And I'm so sorry for everything you've been through, whether you'll ever speak of it or not. Now let's do again with this. Okay, so they are really attempting to mess with your relationship life, your connections with other people, your connections with the earth, your connections with those who mean something to you. These energies have been manipulating how you perceive things, okay? Because normally, if you look at this card, yes, there is a Hydra in the background, but so is the sun. Yes, there is an imbalance of energy here, but so is wisdom and truth and innocence and beauty, growth and new life. But something just feels off, doesn't it? Like, why is that dragon there and not an angel? Why is that old woman there and not those two holding hands? Why is that woman in between those who should be together? You see that? These two beings can't even touch hands to be together because that old bitch is in the way, manipulating with energies you don't even know exist. God, some people. No, I don't want to use that deck. Let's use this deck and see what you need to know now. Two of Swords, Page of Swords, Three of Cups. Are you kidding me? There's literally somebody keeping you stuck while there's a path for you to go and free yourself. They're behind you, constantly talking shit about you to keep you stuck energetically because they don't have the balls to come to you and say it to your face. And then they celebrate. Like, oh, look what we did to that bitch. Oh, look how crazy she looks. Oh, look how this. Oh, look how that. All the while, there is purity and freedom sitting there for you, waiting for you to take that blindfold off and the confusion away. Because you know you're not confused. Confusion is the energy of the devil to keep you from noticing its behavior. I'm going to say that again. Confusion is the energy of the devil keeping you from noticing the devil and its behavior. Three of Pentacles, Ace of Swords, King of Cups. 3 people working against you. Now you know, because look at that Ace of Swords. You got on that horse and you moved. You took that sword of truth, got on that horse, and you freed yourself from thinking that you were wrong about what you were right about. This King of Cups you were involved with, whether male or female, had no good intentions for you. Their back is turned to you and their cup is offered to someone else, and they're waiting for that ship up there. They're not waiting for you. What they show you is a stone cold image of themselves, while the truth of who they are is facing towards the ships that were meant for you. They're keeping you stuck in a net of lies, deceit, backstabbing, hammering you into place, aligning and using sacred geometry against you and cutting you off from what's yours, while they show you something you want to see that never changes, but who they really are is hidden from you. They have been working against you. They have been working with others against you, and you know this. No one's life can be as unlucky as some of yours have been without interference. Magic is real, people. Magic is real. The moon. More lies, more deceit being brought. And it's such heavy deceit that even the moon cries for you. How much longer will you suffer at these barking dogs that keep guiding you towards your own suffering? The Chariot. How much longer are you going to carry that chariot from behind, topless, shoeless, as if you're some kind of a servant to their will and their needs? Queen of Wands, 7 of Pentacles, 10 of Cups. A dark witch, dark magician, utilizing energies to keep you stuck in a false sense of family, happiness, and success, while they take from you the seeds you planted. They're stealing it from you. Absolutely, Yellow. Absolutely. You guys to see what exactly is going on, because some of you have been doubting yourselves. Queen of Swords. More manipulation, more lies, more deceit. Okay. So, we've utilized the tarot, multiple decks to see what's going on. Queen of Swords again at the bottom of the deck. Ace of Cups beneath it. I think this is the Muse Tarot or Muse Oracle. Oh, let's see what you need to know. Let me bring something in here to offset the energies. Truth and clarity, please. Now, what do the viewers need to know regarding the situation that they can move forward with? What advice? Okay, we already know what's going on. They have a pretty good idea of who it is doing it. Now, what do we do about it? Other than give it to God. Align your life. What is not aligned or needs to change? Okay, so first and foremost, you got to get rid of things that don't belong in your life. Just say yes to God, to Source, to being helped. Ask for help. Call your angels. Answer the call. Not a problem, Yellow, not a problem. I actually appreciate it. Sometimes when I'm channeling, I get so into the energies that it takes like a opposing energy in a way to realign, which is also brought right here. So we have align your life, just say yes, and answer the call. As advice, to me, if I was giving this advice to someone else or to myself, get rid of things that don't belong in your life anymore. Physical, emotional, mental thought patterns, maybe trinkets, decorations, get rid of them. There are things in your home that have negative energy imbued within them. Your chakras might be imbalanced, and I'm not certain if you know about defragmentation or the fragmentation of the mind, but sometimes when we go through trauma, we compartmentalize and put into little boxes pieces of ourselves that were hurt, and we take on personality aspects that can get us through certain time frames. You're being asked to realign your life, reintegrate those pieces of you, and go within your heart. The heart always says yes. So get out of the higher chakras up here. Get out of the lower depths of emotional instability. Stop looking to the left and stop looking to the right. Let these be your guides. Let these be your angels. You bring down the energy of light within you. Say yes to God, accept the protection, and move your life forward with grace. Do not engage in the foul works of entities that have been used to manipulate you, because that energy of retaliation will be fuel for them. It's kind of like arguing with a troll on the internet. Even if you say, the name of Jesus Christ to a troll, they're going to be like, oh, Zeus. Like, they'll find something to fuck with. I literally had that happen to me earlier. There was a channel that was talking ill about LGBTQ people, and I'm like, as I told her, as a messenger of God, you shouldn't be sitting there judging gay or lesbian people or anybody. You're an oracle. You should be supporting everybody and creating a safe space. And she got on a fake account and started like arguing with that comment for about 3 hours, commenting to her own comments, repeatedly just breaking down every single sentence I said, which was like 4 sentences. And she spent almost 3 hours arguing with herself on a fake account. Align your life so you're not in the same frequency with those people, because those people look like that. You're supposed to look like this, happy with yourself, answering the call within you, following your intuition, and doing what's right. A lot of people do not have a self-north star, which is why I wear the necklace I wear. I'm not sure if you can see it. There's a North Star right there, and a cross I used to draw when I was a child that I had made when I grew up. So answer the call within you. Figure out what it is that brings you happiness, that harms none, and do that. Do that maybe for a day, and then see how your passions expand after that. The first step might seem very uncomfortable, because first you have to put yourself together, do some shadow work, and bring out those aspects of you that you put inside yourself to protect them. When I was seeing the therapist at Howard Brown Health Clinic in Chicago a few years ago, she told me that sometimes, as a method of self-preservation, we shut out aspects of who we are completely in order to preserve them for later when we feel safe. So if you don't feel safe, then what you're going to get is more things that help you feeling not safe. So I'm hoping the advice you're getting here is to, 1, balance your energy and your mind. Make certain your mind and your heart are in alignment. So if you're thinking that you're protected but you're afraid, it's time to balance that out. Maybe get a piece of paper, write down what makes you afraid, and on a side note, like, make a column of things you fear, make a column correlating to those things on how you can repair that fear. Maybe you're afraid of spiders and someone's using dark spider energy of weaving webs of lies around you that roots into the fear of spiders. It's possible. People can do this. Maybe you're like talking to somebody you think you can trust, but they're just defragmenting you even more. So to counter that, go within yourself, make a list of things you want to change about yourself that you don't enjoy anymore, and then do the opposite on the other side. So let's say if you constantly think that you're ugly or that you're, poor. Well, the truth is, psychiatrically and psychologically, that if your mind tells you you're ugly, what you truly believe is you're beautiful and that you're not putting enough work in your beauty. If your mind tells you that you're poor, What your mind actually means is that you're wealthy and you're not putting in enough work, so you're headed towards poverty, which is why it abbreviates it into, oh, poor, ugly, this, that, whatever. Align your life, make certain what you want is what you want, and then say yes to it, regardless of if you think it's going to hurt you immediately, like grabbing a rose and its thorn pricks you. That's okay, because it's still a rose. You can still smell it and find the beauty and healing in that vibration. Maybe don't snap the rose, maybe don't take the rose's life, maybe just pull it towards you to smell it. There's something that you want to do that you haven't done because you have been fragmented due to these entities that have been harming you. Accept it, say yes, and move forward. Do not deny that which has occurred to you, because it will perpetually misalign you even more. First things first, though, I'm really getting the vibe that there's something in your home that has been used as an energetic anchor to spy on you. Some of you could have hidden cameras in your home, or webcams or computer monitors that go two ways. Others of you could have nosy neighbors. Others of you have experienced gang stalking, and it's all because of fragmentation. When you fragment yourself, you attract fragmented people. When you heal yourself, you attract people who are healing themselves. When you claim you are already healed and you are ready to answer the call that God has put for you, then what you get is healed people that are ready to answer their call and that have already answered their call. I hope that makes sense. So wherever you are in life, the people around you are also in that boat. It's kind of like a trash can. No piece of garbage in that trash can is any better or worse in that trash can. They're all in the trash can together. Share your voice. Come out of the cave, persecution and expression. Not sure if you can read that or if it comes up backwards or not. But it says, come out of your cave, there has been persecution, and you need to express. Like I was saying earlier, you must speak your truth. There are people who have been through what you've been through that are afraid to come out and speak what they've been through. Maybe it's time for you to create a YouTube channel, or maybe write a book, or hold a seminar somewhere, maybe hold a meditation group in your apartment building, like a community event. Maybe have a, I saw this on a telephone pole outside a few days ago. There was a piece of paper that had little bits of like things you can rip off that had phone numbers on them that were like, if you need someone to talk to, I'm a friend, please call this number. Maybe you should do something like that. Or, it's answer the call. What is your soul calling you to do? I can't answer that call for you. But the hint to that is to share your voice. So remaining silent is no longer an option, because they feed off that silence. The more silent you are in regards to what's happened to you, not what they've done to you, what happened to you. Because let's not forget, these people also utilize mental illnesses to gaslight people who have been victimized by their behavior. So if I go to a narcissist and say, you stole from me, you broke my heart, and you did this, that narcissist is going to say, well, you did this to me, that's why I did that. I'm in the clear. That's why you don't engage with these people. You align your life, you say yes to the soul and source within you and your highest and greatest good with harm to none. You answer the call to your soul, and you share your voice so your soul tribe and your soul family can come with you. Yellow, I have been asked to write a book about so many things, and I refuse to, simply because I don't want it to be used against others with the information that will be in there regarding energy and stuff. So what I was thinking earlier, maybe this message is for you. What I was thinking earlier is maybe you can write children's books, like children's books with morals, like how to do the right thing when no one else tells you how to do the right thing. There's so many beautiful children's books, like God, now I can't remember. One of them that touched me the most was The Last Unicorn. It has been my guiding star ever since the beginning. There are things like The Cat in the Hat and silly books like that but something you can write to reach the children of the next generation, to help them know themselves better. So maybe write a book on meditation. It doesn't even have to be 20 pages. I mean, there's books on Amazon that are completely empty, like literal empty notebooks that people sell for money for no fucking reason, right? Like you can go to the dollar store to get a 99-cent notebook, but there's empty notebooks on Amazon for $30 just because they have a pretty cover. Now, your book doesn't need to have a pretty cover. It could be simply 10 pages of saying you're loved, you're cared for, you're abundant, you're prosperous, God loves you, your ancestors love you, you have a purpose in life, don't abandon yourself. Things you would have wanted you to know when you were a child. Maybe things about deep replenishment, on how to heal, how to rest, and how to be held. Maybe it's a book for, masculine people who have such a misconstrued perception of what masculinity actually is. It's your soul's call. But I'm really getting the vibe of something being written and for children. I've been having a lot of dreams with my guides telling me to get to the eyes of the children, to help them, to protect them. But as far as like me and what I can do right now, I'm in no energetic state to give advice to a child. So I'm coming here to give advice to the people taking care of the children, so that first things first, they become aware of what's going on in the world around them and the generations they raise. So then we can all come together as a global family to raise the next 7 generations with dignity. What else? What other advice do you have for the viewers, for the highest, greatest good? Please and thank you. Don't dim to fit in. How have you been dimming your light to fit into the world? Because there are people in the world who need your specific shade of light. So let's say there's someone that has like blue skin tone and they haven't, shown themselves in public because they're like, oh, my skin's blue, they're going to think I'm an alien. But they actually have like a genetic mutation that helps them, like the blue light that comes off them when the sun hits their skin, it actually helps heal people around them. Something as weird as that, maybe. How are you dimming your light to fit into people who are defragmented and broken? It's not your job to help them. It's your job to be you, unabashedly, transparently you, so that they can see you. Because these people can't see anything. They're using their inner sight, but they're using their inner sight with a pyramid pointing upwards, which is masculine. And if that pyramid doesn't have the downward pyramid, the feminine, it is an imbalanced masculine using a imbalanced form of intuition to control what others see, to create blocks and boundaries. And what's asked and required of you in the situation is to shine who you are, to get these people to remove their blindfold and to extend their hands to receive and to give. Now, you don't have to do anything with children, like to write things with children, though. Do what you feel comfortable doing. It's something very, very, very close to you. It could be right in front of your face. You could be a card reader and not know it. Maybe you could. Oh, there was a YouTube channel I saw that the guy was doing water paint, like painting with like 99-cent dollar store paint on 99-cent canvases, and he was just painting and talking. There's another really nice channel. I think it's called Matt's Crazy Art. He's amazing, and he sits there like making jewelry and just sits and chats with people. And that is him sharing his light with the collective to help people, that would have been out on the street, to sit down and maybe spend some time learning something, creating something, instead of, doing dark, weird shit. I feel like getting another deck out for this. No, that one's too heavy. Doesn't even want to come out of the box. What's this one? Moonology. What do you need to know right now? What advice? What guidance? It's a time to give rather than receive. Oh, it's a time to give rather than take. So absolutely receive, but it's also a time to give. New moon in Virgo. That might mean something to some of you. Maybe something's going on when the moon is new in Virgo, which I think could be coming up since the moon was just in Cancer. I'm not sure. I don't have that program on the computer that tells you where the moon's going and what it's doing. I just go by instinct. What I'm getting from this is within the next 3 weeks, the energy is gaining momentum. A waxing moon. So we have a new moon and a waxing moon. Time to give rather than take. The energy is gaining momentum. Okay, so things are moving forward in your life. Work through your fears. A new moon in Scorpio. 2 new moons. In between 2 new moons, you have the energy is gaining momentum with a waxing moon. So something leaving your life within the next 2 moons that will help you propel into what you're supposed to be doing in your life. But in order to do what you need to be doing in your life, you have to share your voice and figure out what exactly it is that brings you happiness. It could be something as simple as making friendship bracelets or planting flowers, taking care of gardens. Maybe you're a beekeeper. Maybe you're like a movie director. I don't know. Whatever it is, in between the next 2 moons is where you will notice that you're on the right path fully, and you will be rewarded for that greatly. But first, you must open your eyes and you must see what has been poisoning you. In between this, it's time to take action. New moon in Aries, another new moon. So there's a lot of new beginnings in your life, which means a lot of things are going to be ending. And it's time to work through your fears because things will be ending. Scorpio is also the sign of death. Believe in the impossible. Blue moon, and you're very close to achieving your goal, a gibbous moon. And there's a full moon. Surrender to the divine. Okay, so we have new moon, waxing moon, new moon. In between the next 2 new moons, you're going to say yes to an opportunity that's going to have you facing your fears and moving forward with massive amounts of momentum towards the life you were meant to have that had been kept from you. You must believe in the impossible, and sometimes the impossible simply means feeling like you have earned what is yours. Not deserving, you have earned it. You have put in the work. You're not simply sitting there saying, I deserve $1 million. You've actually put in the work to get that $1 million. Now believe that it's coming to you. New moon, waxing moon, ending, beginning, transition phase, ending, beginning, culmination of all the things you didn't think you could have. You're very close to achieving your goal once you stop dimming your light to fit in. So everything that's meant for you is waiting for you to dress like yourself, talk like yourself, act like yourself, and vibe like yourself. Remember, when we're in this state of being fragmented, our energy isn't authentic. It's not really us. It's like a mirror ball. And let me get this from right here. Like this. If you're fragmented like this, the light isn't going to be shown as clearly as it could be. But if you're not dimming to fit in and you don't care that you've been broken, then dance, you little disco ball. Shine that light in every different direction. Embrace who you are. You know, there's only one of you. And don't fight battles that aren't meant for you to fight. Surrender to the divine. I'm being asked to tell you that you should write down on a piece of paper everything that has been harming you, harassing you, whether it's from your own actions or the actions of others. Whatever it is that you want to get rid of in your life, by the next new moon, burn that shit up, let it go. Then put action into what you want. So if you want a new business, time to start looking into the legal matters, into the daily, things you would need to do. By the new moon after that, you're going to be faced with more reoccurring fears that will occur, but you have answered the call and you will face those fears, because the hardest part is the beginning, to learn to receive and to give. And don't let people take from you. New moon in Aquarius at the bottom of the deck. Bring love into the situation. So here's a simple meditation trick for you to do later tonight. With your piece of paper, with your list of things you don't want to keep anymore and what you want to bring into your life, okay? First what we get rid of, then what we bring in. Sometimes we say that we're sitting there meditating on love, but we don't feel love. We think the word love. Sometimes we say we're grateful, but we don't feel grateful, we just say the word. Kind of like people saying, oh, this is sacred, or that's holy, or that's amazing, but really what they're feeling is complete blank, no emotional state whatsoever. You're being asked to cultivate your emotional capacity, to really have your body emanate love, even if it's for 6 seconds. Scientifically, chemically, and biologically, if you can maintain an emotion that is in alignment with a thought. So let's say something as simple as, I love puppies. If you can maintain an image of a puppy and the emotion of you loving that puppy for 17 seconds, it resets the neural network of the ingrained patterns that you've been in that you want to change. So the simple exercise would be, let's say you want to quit smoking, but you're afraid of quitting smoking because you're afraid of being angry and stressed and blah, blah, blah. So you write on a piece of paper, I am releasing nicotine addiction. I am releasing entities attached to nicotine. And then on the other side, I claim fresh air in my lungs. I claim my healed body. I claim my finances that are meant for me. And when you do that, fold the paper up, have a candle in front of you, burn that piece of paper safely in a ventilated area, and feel love as you do it. Maybe think of your grandparents, if you had a good relationship with them, something you can really feel love with easily. Now, you don't worry about the semantics of it. So let's say you're thinking about your grandma, but you want to manifest true love into your life. And you're like, oh, I'm just going to manifest true love for my grandma if I'm thinking of her. No, your grandma is acting in spirit as an ancestor and as a living being, whatever the situation may be, to assist you by being an anchor of that emotional state. So let's say you want to manifest a car and you want to feel super loved that you have that car, and you want to love that car, and you want that car to love you. And you're sitting there and the only person you've ever loved is your grandma. Well, release on one side of the piece of paper that you carry the burden constantly, with no support. On the other side, say, I am fully supported, I am fully mobile, I can travel easily and effortlessly. Hold a piece of paper in your hand, burn it away, and feel that love. Feel it, really feel it. It might seem silly at first, it might seem like you're failing. It's okay. When that happens, it's just your mind keeping you from getting what's yours, because subconsciously you've programmed your mind to keep you from yours, and it's doing that very well. So don't punish your mind. Just change the programming like that. Because once all those fragments are gone, it's a beautiful face. It's a beautiful you. But as long as you're fighting battles that you're meant to not fight, you're going to keep getting weapons to fight that battle. And sometimes we don't need weapons. We need a car, Sometimes we don't need a car. We need groceries. And if we're fighting different battles, we're not going to get what we need. We're going to get what we've wanted for that moment. surrender it to the divine. If you don't know what to do, sit still, breathe deep, and just feel your physical body. Focus on your toes, one toe at a time. Focus on your ankles. Focus on your shins, your knees, your thighs, your groin, your belly, your chest, your throat, your shoulders, your arms, your chin, your nose, your eyes, the back of you, and the top of you. Just keep doing that. And once you keep feeling your body parts, you can even touch them if you want. You don't have to just do it with your mind. You can go, one finger, one finger, one finger. You can touch them, get to know your body. The best way to cultivate love is to cultivate it in what you're inhabiting. So if you can't give that love out and you don't know how to receive that love, then learn to love every single inch of yourself first by touching it and saying, I love you, I love you, I love you. I accept you, I accept you, I accept you. I forgive you, I forgive you, I forgive you. Do it in threes with each joint. Go one by one, then go one by one, over and over. By the time you even get through one hand, you're going to feel so silly and goofy about what you're doing that your mood and vibration is going to shift automatically. And all it took you is 16 seconds. What they don't tell us in this world is how easy it is to raise our vibration. We keep being asked to go outside of ourselves when your hands are the biggest healing tools in existence. These hands you have can channel Reiki and life force energy anywhere into your body. You simply have to activate it. You have chakras everywhere, everywhere. And people tell you you only have 7 because they hook into the rest of them and they don't want you to notice it. What other advice, please and thank you? Hour and 17 minutes, goodness gracious. Six of Cups, 8 of Wands. You're going to be receiving a message from someone that you've known since childhood. And I'm using the time frame of how long it takes a puppy to go from a puppy to a dog that size, which is usually 7 months to a year and a half, maybe, depending on how much you feed it. I'm not going by the age of this person because this could be a child and a father, a brother and a younger brother, so on and so forth. It's someone that you have met within the recent, I want to say 6 months to a year and 6 months. Someone that touched your heart, someone that showed you support, but someone that you haven't maintained contact with. They're going to reach out to you. What that's going to be, I'm not certain, but it feels like it's going to spark something in you that's going to help you move forward in life. Temperance. It's going to help you get rid of what you don't need and to bring in what you do need. It could be someone you had a romantic interest in. Let me actually clarify that for you, just so we can be clear on who it is. Is this person a love interest or... Wow, that just broke my heart in two. It's someone that really loves you and gave you up. They were a friend. Cara in Italian means friend. Mia in Assyrian means water. Allah means God in multiple Middle Eastern languages. So God, water, friend. Whatever those 3 codes mean to you, someone you associate with the divine, the Lord, or Lordess, however you see God, the universe source, someone you associate with water, and someone you associated with a dear friend. This person could have been a widow, or they could have lost someone recently. They are coming to you for healing and to help you heal. It is going to be a give and receive where neither of you take from the other. The sun and the moon. I'm not going to say it's a, divine feminine, divine masculine thing, but it could be simply because of the sun and the moon and the angel wings back here. Whatever this person is, whomever this is, they are coming to help you. But you must be able to see that. Otherwise, there will be paranoia involved. because they might come to you in a state of healing, like they need healing, they need your support, and you might think that they're coming to take from you because you still need healing in your area to trust people. So be careful. Wife in reverse. This person could have very well lost a partner. This person could be a partner to you if things become more balanced for you and for them. One person's grieving, the other person is in a committed marriage, or they are with child but no partner. The widower upright, the wife in reverse. It's kind of like someone going through marital spouts or someone going through an issue, and they're coming to communicate with you. So don't confuse it. Don't confuse it for more than what it is, okay? Don't read too far into it. Don't dismiss it, because the believe in the impossible is right here, and work through your fears is right there. So you'll notice this when it happens, because it's going to bring up feelings in you. Deep, deep, deep feelings. This person could need help with their child. They could need help getting somewhere, like, and to be transported somewhere. So they could ask you for a ride, maybe. They could ask you to babysit their kid, and suddenly, like, you guys spark up a friendship again. They could ask you for like a coffee date just to talk, and they're afraid to do so. So be very kind. Yeah, they're coming for healing. Look, the doctor. You both will help each other. What else needs to be known? Sorrow and death in reverse. Something you thought was over is coming back. And I'm not saying a love relationship, so don't get your panties in a bunch and be like, I don't want to be with that bitch. You don't have to be. This person is being brought to you divinely, because something happened in their life and something's happening in your life where you two need to be together to get through it. Possibly temporarily, possibly for an extended period of time as friends, lovers, or more. That's up to you and free will and the choices you make. You're being forewarned that this person is coming to you, but they are not fully healed. It is your place now to be a child of God, to support this person in their healing like you have been supported in your healing. I just heard in my mind, it's time to step up to who you are. You can't pretend to be something you're not anymore, because people are coming to you for help. So if you're a healer of some kind, if you're a doctor, if you're a psychic of some kind, people are going to start coming to you. And it's not a surprise. You already know that you have these gifts to help people. And these people will be coming into your life to be helped. So it's time to face your fears, time to accept who you are, time to accept your gifts, and it's time to train your gifts. It's time to practice, practice, practice. If you need help, I'm not sure how I can help you, but I am willing to do so. A gift. You will be receiving a gift from someone who has had a lot of ego in the past, but they have learned and been humbled. So they went through something that had what they had taken from them. They felt the pain you went through, and they're coming to support you in some way so that you can also support them. I don't want to say it's selfish, but it's like verging on the teeter-totter of selfish and selfless, which is kind of where you're at right now, because you're being asked to learn how to receive and how to give. Remember the new moon in Virgo. So you're both in the same boat, so you can't judge each other on this. A honk outside for confirmation. So this person that was really egotistical before went through something. Hi, Desi. They went through something that humbled them. God gave them a gift, and they're coming to share that gift with you. How that gift is going to look, I don't know. Could be a gift of love, could be a nice message, it could be simply you helping them, and suddenly they're like, you guys have a new friendship. a sweetheart, a friend in reverse. For others of you, this person was someone you really cared about. This person was a friend, or you thought they were a friend. They were putting a friendship mask on, but they were actually an enemy. They were not a genuine friend. What they went through has shown them how to be a genuine friend and reignited the part of them that they thought they lost. Bottom of this deck is the Four of Cups. This person missed you deeply and they really want to spend time with you. They're just afraid to come towards you because what they put you through before. Okay, this just fragmented in my mind. For some of you, this was a narcissistic relationship you were in, and this person has been humbled, and lo and behold, believe in the impossible, this narcissist healed. They reignited their heart chakra, they opened it, and now they want to come back and communicate and make things right because they see the error of their ways. They should have been a friend, but they weren't at the time. Others of you, this has nothing to do with anybody you know, but someone new is coming into your life that needs your help because you went through something that they went through and you got the lesson. You learned how to heal it. So you're being asked to put your pain aside, to let it go because you already healed. And the gift you've gained is now being asked to be shared with others that need that healing. Kind of like up here with the don't dim your light and share your voice. So you, oh shit, my apologies. Hold on a second. And here we go. For some of you, this could be an elderly lady. For some of you, it could have been an ex-husband or an ex-wife. Some of you, it was someone who you got pregnant or got pregnant by you and they disappeared and they're coming back because they need your help. One more shuffle. Anything from this deck? Okay, hold on. Yeah, this person, for some of you, cheated on you because this came out like kind of angled. Like it might not have been physical cheating, it could have been like an emotional affair or someone they were talking to about you because they didn't know how to talk to you. There was a sense of disloyalty in this connection. You had sensed or they had. Now remember, this can go two ways because there's fragmentation here. It could go more than two ways. For some of you, this was someone who betrayed you. For others of you, this is someone that was betrayed that's coming to you because you were also betrayed and you can help them with advice. For others, this is someone within your family environment that was taking from you and now they will come back to apologize to you. But really, what good is a fucking apology when they're sitting in a castle and you're sitting there crying your ass off on a friggin', balcony somewhere? Which is why you're being asked for forgiveness, to forgive them and forgive yourself for all the sins and crimes, because we're better than that. Okay, now I'm really curious, who's this person? What can you tell us about this person that is going to spark, with this Eight of Wands, this massive momentum of healing, prosperity, and unity between opposing energies? What do they need to know about this? Initiative of Pentacles. It is someone coming to you vulnerable and open, and they are absolutely coming to you with something tangible, physical, material, and something that has had work put into it. Elemental of Cups and the Elder of Cups. This person has gone deep into their emotions, and what they're bringing to you isn't being brought to you in the form of a palace or the 10 of Cups or the 10 of Coins or whatever. It's being brought to you with hesitation, vulnerability, honesty, and what is that word? I want to say translucent because of this crystal, or transparent, But it's like a very natural energy, a very earthly, grounded energy that is very emotional. And this person sometimes really gets lost in their emotions. When you mix earth and water together, it causes a mudslide. But when you balance earth and water together, you get a lush forest or an Amazon rainforest. This person has learned somewhat to balance their energies, which is why the divine is bringing them to you, because you're the next step in their process of healing, and they're the next step in your process of healing. So together, you two help each other, and then maybe you split again, or maybe you come towards each other again. This could be as simple as someone you run into a local grocery store that you go to, and you have a conversation with them that makes you both cry. This person is going to touch your heart deeply. They're going to bring out emotions in you that you didn't know were there. Look, look at that starfish hiding at the bottom right there. And it's not just one, it's three. And then there's something right here hiding. This person dug all, yes, Desi, sincere. Thank you. That. This person is coming to you with sincerity, but they're afraid. So be gentle. They have dug all the way down into the depths of what they feel. They might not have, covered the entire ocean floor, but what they found pointed the way back to you. They went all the way down, grew themselves wings and fins, and they're coming back out, ding ding, as an elder of cups. But all they can give you and offer you is a single pentacle. But deep down inside, they have deep wisdom to share, and they need you to help them to share that wisdom. Four of Swords at the bottom. They have something to say, but they don't know how to say it because of how hurt they've been. They want to speak it, but they can't even get out of bed to say it. So when they come to you, they're literally mustering all their strength to come to you for help or to help you. Yeah, they're leaving what they thought was stable behind. They've seen the truth regarding what's happened to them. Five of Wands. This person could have been betrayed by family, and they're coming to you for support and shelter. It could be lots of situations. The advice here, though, is to be kind. Do not judge them. Do not mock them. Do not condemn them. Speak to them as you would want to be spoken to, because their purpose, their destiny, their life path is to help a lot of other people. Look at all those medals. They're meant to do great things, not just for human, but for all life, animal and nature life. But for now, they need you. And the only way they can come towards you is maybe with, hey, you want to get a cup of coffee? Hey, I found this crystal and I thought of you. Or I was going grocery shopping and I ran into you. Do you want to go, get some ice cream? Something simple, something sincere, something genuine. And some of you aren't used to that. Some of you are used to being manipulated by people, and you think just because someone shows interest in you, they're trying to sleep with you or to steal from you. And that's when you need to put that fire within you in check. Because if the Ace of Wands is Swati, it is so nice to see you. Thank you, darling. I love your work too. You're one of the best. I hope you have a great day. Okay, this person has done a lot to keep their sexual energy and their destructive energies in check. So let's say if you have a lizard in the house and you let that lizard roam free. You have no idea what it's going to do, but it's free, right? But if you build a habitat for that lizard, if you build an environment for it to thrive, that lizard can help eat the bugs in your house. It can help you smile. You can take it out. You can go for walks with it. You can do all sorts of crazy things, right? All sorts of fun things. There's like tons of the stuff on Facebook groups with like funny animal memes and lizards and stuff and cats and dogs. But if it's left unchecked, it is a unpleasant, slimy, scaly, fire breathing thing wandering around your house, knocking shit over like a cat on a table. This person learned to harness the fire and the water within themselves, which means they're ready for something bigger than what they've experienced. And it could be something as simple as a recovering alcoholic returning to people they hurt to apologize to them. It could be an abusive mother returning to the children to say, I'm sorry for what I did to you. Balancing of fire and water means there has absolutely been the divine union of male and female within, of light and dark within, of action and non action within. This person found their balance. Maybe they're not so stable in that balance yet, like a baby deer just learning to walk, but they're on their way. And it's your duty with the Three of Cups to hear them out, because what they say will help you heal, and what you say to them will help them progress farther. You both have a great destiny ahead of you. Do not let the past get in the way of what you're both meant to be doing. What did I just say? Do not let the past get in the way. The Ten of Swords. The truth you thought was the truth of the past is no longer the truth of your present moment. Let it go. There is balance and strength to be found in knowing that everyone makes mistakes and everyone deserves to move forward with grace. For some of you, you're really being asked to spend more time in nature. And if you think you're spending time in nature, triple that time in nature. The star at the bottom of the deck. You are divinely guided, guarded, and protected, and your wishes will come true. But first, you must be who you are so your wishes can find your energetic signature to manifest in your life. Otherwise, they will just seem like glimmers and hopes that are unattainable and untouchable. So let's say I'm attempting to, I don't know, manifest a limousine, right? But I'm sitting there wearing like 4 pants, 5 shirts with plastic bags on my head, and I'm just like wandering around the street yelling at pigeons. I'm probably never going to get that limousine, right? Unless I become a meme somewhere. But if I'm carrying myself and feeling myself as a millionaire and holding my head held high, supporting those around me, then those wishes have no choice but to be granted to me because they belong to me. So if you want to be the most fantastic artist in the world, start out with stick figures, who cares? No one's judging you, but you and your own mind judging you is usually telling you the opposite of what's true. How else do I explain this? Your energy is a fingerprint for the divine. God always knows where you are, but if your energy is off, God is going to withhold what's yours until your energy is correct for you. That way, you're not getting what is meant for like a fragmented side of you. Remember this card here? So let's say the wounded part of you wished for healing, but the already healed part of you wished for money. Now the money and the healing is here, but the wounded part of you is getting the money and the healing part of you is getting the other thing. It's a crisscross, right? So it makes certain you have your energy in balance so that the money, the love, the healing you want is going to the part of you that actually needs it. So another example would be if a musician is fragmented through trauma and instead of writing music, they're off creating like furniture. Sure, the furniture is beautiful and great, but the fame that's meant for them, the fortune, the stability that's meant for them is waiting for the musician. So if you can harness that part of you as a power within you, not only do you get the beautiful furniture, you also get the beautiful music, which touches a lot of people's lives in the cosmos longer than you'll be alive, because music is timeless. I mean, gosh, we still listen to music from the 1950s, even earlier. So make certain you're vibrating at the frequency of you, the authentic, transparent you. You don't have to prove it to anybody but you and your Lord, your God, okay? Be yourself, so what's yours can find you. Three of Cups. Oh, that's perfect. Look, one reflection shows one thing, but you're portraying something else. If you see yourself as that, why are you dressed like this? If you see yourself as that, why is your hair not like that? It's time to be who you are. Remember the other card. Don't dim your light. Ace of Pentacles. What you want is waiting for you, for that image to match the image sender. You know, if you think your hair color is blonde, but you're walking around with like blue hair, then, I mean, what are you going to do? You're going to find somebody who likes somebody with blue hair. And if you don't like people that like blue hair, why do you have blue hair? You know? Whoa. The Hierophant, Nine of Swords, Three of Swords. We are not getting into this energy again. We spent an hour on it earlier. People in your family, religious environment, social structures, society, causing you harm through projected psychic energetic attacks to keep you in pain, isolated, alone, and in your own thoughts. Let it go. Walk away from it. Let the tower fall. Let the bridges burn. Let those that want to stay with you come with you. You get yourself to a place of safety, stability, and security. Okay? Even if you're doing it alone. Five of Swords. Are they helping you or are they harming you? On a soul level, they're helping you. On a physical level, they're harming you. On an emotional level, they love you. You see that? No person is right, no person is wrong, but one person is holding an extra sword. They're trying to get an advantage over you. Don't let them. Don't engage in this energy. You know what this energy feels like. Avoid it. And when you do, prosperity, Eight of Pentacles, finances, business success, everything you touch turning to gold, the sun shining on you, wisdom and lessons learned being imprinted in your environment, being shared, communication to help others. The Fool and a new beginning, total freedom. I think we'll leave it at that. This was a lot, you guys, and I really hope this helped because I'm like sweating a little bit. It's so hot here. That elemental of fire is like doing its thing, man. It's doing its thing. Okay. Now, you know you're loved, right? You know you're protected. You know God accepts you regardless of what society says. You know that you are divine. You know that you are holy and sacred, that there is only one of you, and that if you hide that one of you, the world is lacking that one of you. So do us all a favor. Get out of your boxes. Stand up tall, stand up proud. Scream your truth from the top of the mountains, even if no one's there to hear them but mountain goats. At least give the goats something to talk about. All right, one more card. Something pleasant, please, universe. Something. Thank you. 10 of Cups. Everything's going to be all right. Oh, look up that song. Everything is going to be all right. I think it's by Morchiba. Let me see here. Oh, there it is. It's by Sweet Box. Everything's going to be all right. Some of you are being asked to listen to that song. There might be messages in there for you. What else does the collective need to know, please? And thank you. Thank you for the likes, you guys. And thank you for commenting and talking in chat. It's really nice. Usually I'm doing these lives on my own. Seven of Swords. Okay. This actually feels different. Look at this. The same beautiful girl right here, male or female, is right here, taking the treachery away. There's no confusion. There's no betrayal anymore. You have been divinely protected, guided, and guarded. Accept it, claim it, embody it. Someone has been protecting you, and they've been doing some shady shit to protect you, but that was their job. They were sent here to do something shady to help protect you and your family. Hi Ash, namaste to you too. So thank this person who turned their life upside down to help you. Whether in spirit or maybe simply just light a candle, because someone went into deep darkness to protect you and your family. It could have been an ancestor. I'm getting like a really weird spirit energy. Yeah. Ace of Pentacles. Someone in spirit who, this might not be for all of you, but the message I'm getting is someone in spirit condemned themselves into a lower vibration to be able to reach the vibration of others, to lift those swords away from the people who were harming your home, to bring you what's yours. It's kind of like a Robin Hood energy. High Priestess at the bottom of the deck. Somebody that knew what was going on. They dug into the darkness to bring the light out. So don't judge that person, whomever they might be. Light a candle of gratitude for all the support you've received. Ace of Swords in reverse. They had to see that truth from a dark point of view to be able to help you. What they went through, they probably will never tell you. But what they did was for your highest and greatest good, and it was divinely ordained for them to do so. The star, divinely ordained for them to do so. You have allies in unexpected places. You have friends in unseen places. You have unseen friends and unseen allies in unknown and unexpected places. Thank them. Thank your guides. Thank your angels. Thank your support, your elementals. Knight of Pentacles. Remember earlier I said 7 to 9 or 9 to 12 hours from now, something's coming to you, a gift. Could be something in the mail. It could be, I want to say it's financial, but I also want to say it's a gift that helps you expand on your finances. So it could be some kind of a gadget, or someone painted something for you as a thank you, or maybe you're giving something to someone as a thank you. I don't know. But there's 2 pentacles here being offered and extended this way. They're not being received, they're being given. Whether they're being given to you or by you, hopefully both. You know, may you receive all the abundance meant for you. Look, the Death card and the 10 of Swords in reverse. And this 10 of Swords cracks me up, because look at it. She's like stabbed by all those swords, and she's like, this is fine. What's on YouTube? Whatever went on in your past, it's over. Don't indulge in that energy anymore, okay? Whatever happened, it's done and over with. It's time to accept the gifts coming to you and for you. And if you see someone that's been through this, reach down, grab that phone out of their hand, and show them the light of the rising sun. And notice here how the only one unafraid. Acupuncture, yes. Somebody could be getting acupuncture, which helps process their... Wow, that does look like acupuncture. Someone could be going to get acupuncture, or maybe you should get acupuncture. I've received it before, and it really, really helps. Just make certain that this person is a master at what they do, because your nervous system is delicate. You don't want somebody poking needles into you that doesn't know what they do, okay? But it really does help. My third eye was going bananas a few years ago, and I went to one named Marina, and she started laughing at me. She's like, do you even go outside? I'm like, no. She's like, you just constantly sit there having visions, don't you? I'm like, yeah. And she sat there, and for about 3 weeks, she had done procedures with acupuncture to close my third eye and to open my other chakras to be able to properly um, transfuse, no, to move the energy through my body accurately, because my energy was stuck up there and my body was failing. So she blocked that part off, sent the energy down there, and then reopened that. And then I learned how to channel completely. It was amazing, and it took about 3 weeks. So maybe it's time to go get an acupuncture session or a Reiki session to let go of what was and accept what is, and ask them, possibly maybe, to assist you in rewiring your energetic structure to flow that energy deeply into your lower chakras. Notice how there's no swords in her legs. They're all in her, like, root to expression. There's not even one in her third eye area. So the problem you're experiencing has to do with your red, orange, yellow, green, and blue. Hi, Terry. Blessings to you too. Thank you. So make certain you're checking those, okay? Maybe eat some red fruits, orange fruits, yellow fruits, green, and blue. Definitely express yourself, share your emotions, create something magical. Some of you need to get laid or take care of your sexual needs, and others of you need to stand for what you believe in, your willpower, your manifestation ability. Either way, please make certain you go, if you go to an acupuncturist, and whatever you do, make certain that person is qualified in what they're doing. Okay? Make certain they have good reviews, that they have proper paperwork and degrees that show that they took classes and lessons. Make certain they are worth putting your body in their hands. And notice here, the only one unafraid is the older woman with the wisdom and the child with innocence. The one that's afraid and giving up is the mother in between, because she just seemed like, oh, it's all over. She lost the person she loved, right? Her husband down here. But if you look at what's coming towards you with innocence and wisdom, then you see the healing in that. Because it's not over. When the Ten of Swords comes out with the Death card, especially if it's like this, which it was, this is something that should have been over a long time ago that wasn't released due to fear and due to denial. It's fine. I got YouTube. No, bitch, it's not fine. You deserve better. You've earned better. Let your old patterns, your old repetitions, your old routines go and allow the new to come in. It's going to feel uncomfortable. It's going to feel scary. It's going to feel like your patriarchal routines are being decimated. But even that douchebag on the floor isn't dead. He just lost his crown and his ego is hurt. There's no wounding on him. There's no scars. There's no damage. It's just someone on a horse showing up saying, hey, it's a new day. What are you guys doing? And this person's like, shit. It's time to be who you are. It's time to change. It's time to grow. And it's time to be your goofy self, whoever that is. You know, just be you. Be childlike. Be wise. Don't be in despair. And don't fucking flop over and just give up the minute your ego's hurt. There's something you don't see. You don't see the face of that rider. It's wearing a mask. You don't even know if it's death. It could just be somebody here, you know, showing up and being like, hey, there's a field of flowers over there. You guys want to go? And this old lady's like, yes. And this woman's like, oh no. And this child is like, I got a flower right here. Why would I go anywhere? And this guy's like, oh no, you're planting flowers on my desert. What am I going to do without the sand? How am I supposed to sell that sand if you plant flowers in it? Maybe start planting flowers of blooming sand? I don't know. Change your ways? Either way, you're getting an opportunity. Ace of Pentacles, Knight of Pentacles. That's going to change your life. And it's something you've been wanting for a long time. Last card. Any closing messages? Okay, I said last card, not last book. Okay, Justice, Queen of Cups, Four of Cups, Eight of Cups, Hanged One, Wheel of Fortune, High Priestess. Everything's going to work out. Everything already has. It absolutely is time to choose a side. If you're in the light, be of the light and do the right thing. If you're in the dark, don't pretend to be a good guy. Claim your villainhood. If you're a good guy, quit pretending to be a bad guy, because people need you. This Queen of Cups that didn't see this offer, that walked away from it, now sees something different and is being blessed by the divine to return to something that was denied before. I don't know, Mystic, which one do you feel you are? And if you don't want to be in that area, then it's time to adjust your energy. Because the universe, the energies of the earth itself are separating things, because there's a lot of people being lied to and abused. And it's not being accepted anymore by the earth itself. So don't try. If you're good, be good. It doesn't matter what other people think of you. Look at these cards. Justice, Queen of Cups, Four of Cups. Everything is already as it is and balanced, right? But it's us who don't see that balance. It's us who deny the hand of spirit that comes to help us. We don't see it because we stay in our ego, in a way, in our sadness and resentment and so on and so forth, and we don't see what's there for us and how we're supposed to help others. It's time to be who you are. High Priestess and the Wheel of Fortune, there are blessings coming to you that you can't see, but they're waiting for you to walk away from the version of you that you aren't anymore. Once you are the version of you that you know you are, and you see yourself in a different way, you get everything that's meant for you. Good, bad, and ugly, it doesn't matter. If it's meant for you, it's meant for you to teach you something and to help you expand and grow as a being. So if you're, like I was saying earlier, if you're pretending to be someone you're not, you're going to get blessings for that version of you that you're not. And those blessings might seem like swords in your back, because they're not for the version of you that you truly are. For example, if it's a nun and she's sitting there watching, like, war movies, and all she wants to do is pick up a machete and go fight in the jungle somewhere and like fight the predator. Well, then she's not really a nun, is she? She's a warrior. So pick up the sword. If you have a passion to protect people, but you're, working in a library or something, maybe it's time to look into being in law enforcement or doing something that helps people feel more protected, She's Arnold. Get in the chopper. I'm gonna go. I need some water. I need some food. I love you guys. Please take care of yourselves and each other. Remember, you are all children of God. There is none of you that is beneath another and none of you that is above another. Once we can learn and accept that, we can all be the family we're meant to be on this planet, or wherever you're from. Be kind, be honest, be loving, be sincere, and stand up for what's right. If you're not going to, then no one else is, because you notice what's not right so that you can speak up on it. That's why you noticed it. God sends us here to speak through through other people. Sometimes our prayers are answered by the mouths and hands of other humans, and not by divine angels bringing, gifts out of fluffy clouds for us. Sometimes that angel is in the form of an old lady across the street that offers to pay you $5 to go, push a cart for her. It's in the little things and the simple things in life. So everyone here is a child of the Creator. It doesn't matter what side of light or dark you're on. We have that light or dark within us. What matters is what we do with it. And if you're one of the people who are sent to this planet to cause chaos, rest assured your soul is still of light, because you are light itself. It doesn't matter if you choose to shine in purple. It doesn't matter if you choose to shine in neon green. You are still light. So Again, it doesn't matter if the light is blinding or comforting. It doesn't matter if it's the light of the sun or the absence of light in a black hole. It doesn't matter. You are still a piece of creation. Accept who you are, accept what you are, and if you don't like it, change it after you accept who you've been. Because if you try to run from who you were and who you are towards who you want to be, the versions of you that you were will haunt you in the form of other people coming into your life. Kind of like unread books showing up in a library, or TV shows or something on your social media or something, repeating things you were thinking about. It's because it's in your psyche, it's in your energy field. Clear your energy, clear your mind, establish who you are, establish who you want to be, and make a logical, simple plan. Piece of paper, write down what you want to get rid of, write down what you want to bring in. And it doesn't have to be permanent, because in the next 10 minutes, something can change again. But anchor yourself within who you truly are. That way, whatever comes at you isn't going to knock you left and right. It's going to help you see where you're bendable and where you're breakable, you know? And the more you know about yourself and how to heal yourself in that way and how to know thyself, you can help others. We're all leading each other home, and we're all bringing home here. So whenever you want to fight, don't, unless it's to protect the children. Whenever you want to give up, don't, unless it's to take a break. When you're being cruel to yourself, stand up for yourself, to yourself. If someone's being cruel to you or someone you know, stand up to that person. Do not allow others to speak ill of others within your presence, because energetically that is seen as compliance. It means you're just as guilty as those people who were shit talking somebody near you, because you heard it and you didn't listen to the voice inside you that said that's not right and they shouldn't do it. Find your moral compass. Find your moral center. Notice how it has been tarnished and cleanse it. I love you. I love you. I love you. You are all blessed. You're all protected. Thank you so much for hanging out with me. Thank you for the likes, comments, everything. You guys made this night amazing. I hope this serves you for the highest, greatest good, with harm to none. Judge no one, not even yourselves. You've all been through more than anyone will ever know, and have cried tears more than anyone will know other than God. Surrender to the divine, accept the divine within and without, and act accordingly. I love you. Bye.